I keep trying to break through, trying to make sense of all that I do. I mean one thing and it's taking another way. If I could, then I would. And I still don't think y'all get it. I guess I'm just misunderstood.
Close your eyes.
I keep trying to break through, trying to make sense of all that I do. I mean one thing is taking another way. If I could, then I would. And I still don't think y'all get it. I guess I'm just misunderstood.
Close your eyes and you can visualize.
What's going on? What's up with the people? Aware Hafiz. Subscribe to my channel, Aware Hafiz. Follow me on Instagram, Aware Hafiz. Google me, Aware Hafiz. Today's episode, Everything is School, episode 16. I got a very special guest today. Like all the guests, everybody's special. And like I said in previous episodes, each guest is somebody that I feel like I want to ask questions to that could teach me something. So in reverse of them teaching me something, they're going to teach you something too. So that's how it works. This is my guest, TYKE.
What's going on, brother?
My bro, TYKE, man.
Pleasure to be here, man.
Yeah.
See everybody working.
Yeah.
See you moving out here, you know. Slow motion is better than no motion,
Slow
you know.
motion is better than no. And starting it is the work. That's the hardest part. So once you start something and it go, like, you know what I mean? Once you start it, because people in fear of starting things, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But once you start it and it start going, like what I believe is a journey that's going to take 1,000 miles is start with one step, right? So it's like you got to start it. How's your day, though? That'd be my first question.
I mean, it's all right. It's all right. It's early in the day. You know, I pull up on, you know, we had this interview planned out. You know, I got one of my other jobs later on when I leave here, go pick up my clippers and get busy with all that, you know. But besides that, everything is good. Listen, man, I'm to the point in my life, man. Every time I wake up in the morning, they don't turn the lights on and tell me it's count time. I'm happy. And I'm blessed. And, you know, these crazy times we living in. But besides that, ain't nothing to complain about. Because, you know, it's people that got it way worse than me. And I already know people's situations. So it's like, it's not really nothing.
It ain't nothing to complain about. Because it could be way worse. There's people that don't even have nowhere to sleep. Like, that's why I be trying to, like, live every day like it's a blessing. Like, every day is a blessing and every day is a lesson to me. You said something about being out, like being out here, not saying count time.
Yeah, it's just like, you know, I know everybody been through some stuff, like being, you know, one thing I realized about being in jail, like when you spend a lot of time in jail, there's nothing to glorify and all that. It takes a long time for you to get out of the ways and actions and the ways you think and stuff like that. And it's like a lot of people really don't understand that it's people that's walking around that's out in society, but mentally they in jail, like they still locked up. And it was like, I used to be like that, and I've been home now going on 8 years, and it's like it took me like 5 years really to get that
out of your mind,
because it's like post-traumatic jail syndrome, like that shit really has a psychological effect on people. It do. And a lot of people don't understand that. And it's like when you come home, that's why a lot of your relationships with women and stuff like that it's hard to maintain, because in your mind you want to do the right thing, but it's like, what is really the right thing?
Yeah, you don't even know. You don't
really know.
You don't even know
what's really the right thing. And it's like you conditioned to be a certain way for so long, and then you come home, and then you still have to be a parent. Then it's like you have to the way you was raised versus how your whoever the child, significant other, they was raised, and you have to somehow try to come together. They try to, and it's like, it's a lot of stuff, but then a lot of people that come from places I come really didn't have a lot of good father figures, so it's like, it's really hard, like, nurturing and all that is really easy for women sometimes, like, naturally, and for a man, it's like, it's really hard, not hard, but it's like, if you never had no dad, or nobody to show you how to be a dad, like, how could you really... See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
you can't even really figure it out, like,
because you misguided and stuff.
Yeah, you
like
already
that.
steps behind. Like I had my brother here like 2 or 3 weeks ago. We just met each other like 3 years ago, and we got the same father. And I was just sitting there like, he seen our father more than I did. I'm like, yo, I seen him 2 times. He died when I was in 5th grade. So it's like, I don't I'm figuring this all out on my own, like how to be a father myself, like, but I'm doing it. You know what I mean? The best way I know how, because he ain't show me. But even in relationships too, like past relationships I was in, like women would say like, you're not doing your role, or you ain't playing your part, or you doing this or you doing that. But it's like, dang, if you really understood, like I don't even know. So that's another thing with us being like indoctrinated into a certain way. Like we don't even know, like, but as brothers, we have to help each other out. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, society tells the story, man, that if you sit back, one thing I realized, man, is that everything ain't what it always seemed to be, and everything ain't always what it seemed to be. Like, just like that. Because the way my mom's raised me, it was fitting for the time that she lived in. It would have been impossible for my mother to raise me the same way she raised me in this time.
With cell phones and
that's
social
what people
media.
and that's what I had to realize, that you have to some of the things you got to take the most important things, the morals, the respect and all that, and then fine tune it with this stuff. And it's like nowadays, like with the COVID shit going on, the kids don't go to school and all that. So they're going through stress of not being around people, their peers and all that. That 8 hours a day going to school is good for them. Now they in the house and the parents
it's mental situations for everybody. We all going through like mental situations. It's getting better now. I hope it just fade out, like, and it just go away. We all just going through that, like, mentally. I wanted to like touch more on like the prison situation. Like, so it took you 5 years to get out of that whole mentality.
You know, it took me 5 years to realize that I was still caught up. Who is this? Oh, that's my daughter. Hold on. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Listen, I'm doing an interview right now. See, I'm at this podcast with my boy. I'm gonna call you back in like as soon as I get done. All right? Recording live. All right? All right, baby. I love you.
That was right on the spot. So that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Like even me, like I would say too, cause I ain't been to jail in a long time, probably like 15 years or something like that. But I still be having those little thoughts, like I be having those little nightmares, like sometimes.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. It's like me, I spent like too much time in jail for stupid shit that now I realize that I shouldn't even been participating in.
Now that you grown,
and it's like this is my whole angle. This is my whole angle with it. It's like as much as we complain about the prison system and all that. When I came home this time, so I said to myself, I'm not going back to jail. And if I go back to jail, I'm probably going to be in there for the rest of my life. It has to be something seriously major, but I'm not even thinking about that.
Yeah.
But my whole thing is like the reason why I had to step back and try other things and change my life around is because, like, if I go to the casino and I know that the casino's cheating me, I know the dealer's cheating me. Yeah. I can see him cheating me. Why do I keep going to the casino?
Why you
can't complain and say, yo, that casino ain't shit. They cheat me all the time. And you keep going there. So my whole thing is I didn't want to be no statistic. I'm not on parole. I'm not on probation.
It's a great feeling too.
It's just it feels like I was born again. Like now, like I was doing what I wanted to do anyway, just on the strength of. And I was watching this movie one time, and it said, and it said, the lady said something. She said, laws are for cowards, rules are for men. And I'm just becoming a grown ass man because I was doing a whole bunch of because society would make you think that just because it's the law that is right.
That is right.
The law doesn't mean it was right because slavery was the law.
The law.
And that wasn't right.
I was just thinking about that the other day, like even like child support and stuff like that. Just because it's the law does not mean it's right. Like how is a man entitled to give you $1,000 for a child a month, and another man that's not getting paid that much, the kid can live off $50 a month? You know what I mean? Like that don't make sense.
It's set
but
up.
Like you said, it's not right.
Society is set up for you to figure out, and you have to find your role. And one thing about in life, you have to find something that you're good at. You have to find something that you're good at, and then if you're really good at it, you should get paid for it. That's what the Joker said on Batman. I watched that movie, The Dark Knight, and that was like the most. He said, if you're good at something, you should get paid for it. Like LeBron James is good at basketball. That's why he gets paid for it. Like
Jay-Z's good at rap.
And the thing about it is, whether you can play basketball, you can fix cars, motorcycles, whatever you can do. If you're good at it, you should get paid for it. So it's like, at the end of the day, I know I can hold a conversation with anybody. I don't think I'm smarter than everybody, but I'm just a little, and I have a little intellect, and I can, I'm not afraid of speaking. Like some people, they can write stuff for somebody, and then that person can go on stage and sing the song and do all that. But the person that wrote it, they don't have the skills to go on the stage. Yeah. Just like the person on the stage doesn't have all the writing skills they got. Everybody plays a role, and then the thing about it is like when you trying to build something. Not to get off the jail, so you're trying to build something.
No,
you have to surround yourself with people that's willing to put the work in to help you help them.
Yeah. And that's, we was just talking about that before we got on air. Like, the area is like everybody like crab in a barrel mentality. Like, even with this that I'm doing, I realized I was talking to my brother. He got a podcast in New Jersey, allegedly, Hood Life allegedly podcast in North New Jersey. So I was talking to him, and he was asking me like, yo, who you got on your team? And I'm like, nah, it's just me. You know what I mean? He like, yo, no, you're going to need a team. But he in New Jersey, he could understand, like, he could find people to work with him. You know what I mean?
My whole thing is, I just need a way to get in the door. Like, I don't want the world. I just want a little bit. I just want to say my piece. And plus now, me getting my mind right, I'm connected to a lot of people that are doing a lot of things. Like, I might not be, like, financially, I'm probably broke. But I'm rich in relationships. Like, I'm super wealthy in relationships.
That's great. Because the society we live in now, everybody's chasing a bag, right? Everybody want the bag. But money don't make you happy. Like, it'll make you, it'll get you temporarily. But if you're a miserable person, you're going to be miserable. I would rather happiness. And, like, that's what, like, my friends be saying to me. Like, yo, you don't never talk about money. Because I don't care about money. As long as my bills is paid and my kids are smiling and my sisters are cool and my significant other's fine, like, I'm cool. You know what I mean? And I don't have nothing to worry about. Like, I don't worry about that. Like,
see, the money part
people worry about that too much to me.
I mean, it's because it's just drilled in your head. Like, you need money to survive.
Yeah.
But, like, my whole thing is, like, that's why I'm really, I'm really going to relocate, get out of it. Like, it's just that I need to be, that's what I need to be. I need to be around people.
Happy people
that's willing to do stuff. Like, I'm gonna give you another scenario. Like, we threw we had a 4th of July cookout one year in New York Park. Everybody was invited, is on us, this and the third. Everybody came out. I did a Stop the Violence rally in New York Park. Free food, I had speakers coming, news coming, all that. And it was a nice turnout, but it wasn't as big as the other thing. But my whole thing is when it's alcohol, weed. If I'd have said I was having a twerk competition, everybody would have been there.
Everybody.
My whole thing about it is that's my whole thing about it is like the society that we living in. I'm just tired. Like, one thing you have to realize that you're never going to get along with everyone. That's just how it is. No. So my whole thing is, if you don't like me for whatever reason it is, you don't have to speak to me. And it's all right.
That's it. The world's a big place.
Yeah, you can live.
The world's a big place.
And the thing is, the world is too big for somebody to be bumping into me. I'm not bumping into you. I'm in my lane. That's what I'm saying. And we live in a society where dudes, this is why there's so much drama going on. A dude would rather be caught, filmed on the phone, shooting you, than be filmed on the phone getting beat up by you.
Yeah, and we got to stay there real quick, too, because I don't want to keep jumping, because negativity is a huge thing. And I was just having this conversation with my cousin last night. Like, he like, yo, you're a conscious rapper. Like, I'm like, nah, I'm not a conscious rapper. I'm just speaking myself, and I don't curse, and I don't want to talk about popping nobody or nothing. So he like, nah, you got to do it what people want to hear. But that's not me. So why, I don't want to drift off into a negative place just to make other people happy. That's not who I am. The thing
about it is,
but that's what the world is, though.
Anything that you into, you're never going to be one person in the world that just likes something and nobody else likes it.
For sure. And that's what I was telling
him. It's always, whatever lane you in, is always people that's going to be in that lane. It's some people that probably do like rap music, that would appreciate somebody that's not cursing, talking about the same usual thing. Because they still, like, one thing people don't realize, the hip-hop as a culture is a very contagious culture. That's why you see it on soup commercials, anything, it got something to do with hip-hop, because it's a contagious culture. The reason why it's so contagious because it gave you a voice. The whole thing about it.
For sure.
The whole thing about MCing, that's why you the MC. When the beat come on, people, they tune in to hear what you got to say. Whether they like it or not.
I feel like in this world, like, now where I'm at as a person and where I've grown to be, like, I just want to be positive. You know what I mean? All 100%. Like, even this, like, I don't be cursing on here. Everything is cool. No, you cool. It's cool. It flow out sometimes. We grown. It just be, I'm trying to do everything in a positive way. So if I make a song that's saying F a chick or I'm popping it up or something like that, and God forbid something happened to me tomorrow, and that's what's left behind. Like, I'm a spiritual person, so I don't want something like that left behind. Like, I'll
one thing about music, you have this people. It's almost like acting.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is. And the thing about it is, this the thing where the rappers mess up at, is that they don't explain that they have a job to do, because you can easily misguide kids. Like, the generation gap. Because when hip hop first started, it was more quote unquote conscious rap or more positive. So I'm a child of hip hop. When I listen to EPMD.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? I grew up on that. So I grew up on it. It was we had a variety of stuff. You can listen to the hard stuff, but we still had you had a variety of stuff.
Yeah. Like the world of just gravitating to negativity.
The world has always been a negative place, and that's why we gotta realize a lot of people,
I don't want to add to it.
You don't have to add. What I mean? No, you don't have to add
like,
to it.
I ain't added to the negativity.
You don't add to it, but the thing about it, like Pac said, it's just music. It's like when you see Sylvester Stallone, you know he's not rocking.
He's acting.
He's not the heavyweight champion. He don't have the belt. He never had the belt.
That's the way to perceive
it. You have to look at it. When you see what you call it, Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know he's not looking for Sarah Connor. He's not the Terminator. It's a movie. Yeah. So when
well, shout out your podcast. Because I was watching that and it has a lot of great content.
Yeah, we got shout out to everybody that came through the Say What podcast on Instagram, man. Shout out Amazing Piece, he did a good thing, man. Go on my page, man, at Designated Hitters. Oh man, what's that? Oh man, see, you done pulled out the python. You done went Jake the Snake on me.
I wanted you to jump. This was supposed to be the clickbait for the whole video.
I ain't gonna jump because I know you ain't gonna bring me in. I see you.
This supposed to be clickbait for the whole video.
You been in there that whole time?
Yeah, I put him in when you was outside. I'm like, yo, he gonna jump. The drink gonna be crazy. The drink gonna be crazy.
Nah, cause you know what though? I ain't gonna front though. One thing about it,
he just said like, yo,
he used to watch wrestling. My man, Jake the Snake. One thing about Jake the Snake, he threw that bag in the ring.
Yeah, he's out of there.
Okay, if he won, lose the draw.
Yo, you just messed up my whole. Yo, I really thought you was gonna fly over there, knock the lights down, everything was gonna get. It didn't work out how I wanted it to. It didn't work out how I wanted it to. What's intriguing about you to me, like this is something, because we got to get this out the way. I don't want to leave this out of the knowledge that we could obtain from this interview, is how you talk to the young black men.
Oh yeah,
I find that very intriguing.
It's the thing about it is, because you know what? One thing about it is a lot of little homies, man, they just be misguided, and I understand why they misguided. See, the thing about it is, this is the difference of it. Like, when you judging somebody, everybody judges people, whether you know it or not. Yeah. But the thing about it is, it's about understanding. When I talk to the young, like, you don't have to go to jail. Like, a lot of brothers, they good at things that they think what other people gonna think. They go through. I didn't have nobody to talk to me, because all my friends didn't have nobody to talk to them. So we talked to each other, and we went down the path.
We didn't even look at older black men as important. We didn't even have respect for them.
Exactly, man.
Like, I would always say this too. Like, I learned this. Like growing up, I was a knucklehead, and then older black men would talk to me, and they'd be like, "Oh, you should do this, you should do that." But it's like, yo, you're not coming home with me. So my OG is like 4 years older than me. Still to this day, my OG is he's 5 years older than me. So I'd rather listen to somebody that's closer to me in age than a grown black man, because it's like they failed us dang near, right? You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers don't know how to say when they wrong. Like, if I'm your friend and you do something wrong, I should be able to say something to you and check you without you feeling some type of way. If I can't check you, who can? If me and you tight, and you do something, I'm like, Feast, that was a bad play. You have to listen to me. Yeah. Because whatever you get involved in, it involves me. Yep. Because you're my friend.
Yeah. So, and people don't want to hear that. People don't want to hear the truth. People can't deal with the truth. Like, I like people to tell me the truth. But you ain't just gonna beat me down on what I'm. Look, if you ain't gonna just beat me down on when you see me trying to do something, you're not just gonna give me negative. Tell me something good in between that negative. That's how I could decipher what a real friend is and a real supporter is. Like, don't tell me, oh, you got to do this, you got to do this, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And don't tell me, like, oh, but at least you start doing this. You know what I mean? You got to say something nice in there. What you're
saying is that you have to surround yourself with people that's going to be your friend when you're not there. That's going to defend your honor. I'm saying you probably got some friends you don't even know that's really your friends, that's really supporting you, that you went to school with back in the day, that see you now like, oh, look at he's doing good. And they still your friend, because guess what? In that time in their life, you locked the spot, whether it was 6th, 7th, 8th grade, they remember you like, man, he's always been a good dude. And they still, now that we getting older, he still remember that. Guess what? He's still friendly. And those are the people that are really support. Like, I love to see everybody doing what they doing.
You don't have to do that. Tell the people where to find you.
Hey, man, I be on Instagram. I be on Facebook a lot now because I got my new girlfriend, but I just, I but
you gonna hit that out there.
I just had to throw it out there. Instagram, Mickey McFly. I got a lot of pages, man.
No, wait. Like,
she makes me happy.
Who shots that girl? This has to be the first. Out of, what is this number? This is number 16. This is the first time that somebody ever plugged their significant other in at the end of the episode.
I got to shout out my baby. Now, I mean, she motivated my inspiration. But I'm just saying, check me out.
Love is everything, I guess.
At Designated Hitters. I mean, you going to see the DH, know what I mean?
Follow his YouTube channel.
Check me out. Here, my YouTube channel, Say What Podcast. I got another Instagram page, Alley Cats 2020. That's for the boys that be in the alley with me. And I also got a page for the grown people that have
you gonna invite me in the alley, man? I'm trying to go in the alley, man.
You always invited to the alley. The weather broke. It's got a little chilly now. I mean, we can do.
I don't even know where the alley at. I've been seeing it on social media.
I'm right. I ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah, no. But yeah, we talking about that.
Check down the gram though. But listen though, I really appreciate you. Know what I mean? Having me come through and all that. Now you know
you'll do
you
man.
And all your endeavors. I wish you nothing but the best.
Thank you, bro.
And before I say this one thing I say, listen, y'all know this, man. Designated is, man, Mickey McFly. Y'all will never, ever catch me out here. If I don't got some of my gear on, I probably got one of my good associates.
You're going to make this like an hour long. You're going to make this an hour long, bro.
Shout out my boy Rivera, too, man. My boy Rivera, too, man. Always original, man. Shout out everybody that's doing this shit. Know what I
mean? Do your stuff, man. Aware Hafiz. Follow my channel, Aware Hafiz. Everything is cool. This was a great episode, number 16. My bro TYKE came through. Follow me on Instagram, Aware Hafiz. Any social media, look me up, Aware_Hafiz. Stay well, be safe, pray for the lost souls. I don't do the features, cause I'm ether. I be with a creature in a 2-seater. When I was 14, used to hustle off beepers. I don't do the lean, you could keep the whole leader. What's crazy is I'm getting hotter. My daughter sabotaged my rhyme book playing hot lava.